right, here we go. Chapter 2. We're going to talk about search and seizures this coming week. So we are going to blast through this because week 1 we had all kinds of videos going on and there's a lot of stuff that was happening. So the history and the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment is the most important amendment you will ever know as a police officer. It gives you the right to search within reason people's persons, houses, papers, effect. But there are rules to that, okay? And you are going to learn the rules. If you haven't learned them in another class, you'll learn them in this class, okay? So it prohibits the police officers or any government officials to arbitrarily just go searches, do all these searches here and there and everywhere, okay? So the Fourth Amendment deals with the seizure of both personal property and the actual person, okay? So here we go. The Fourth Amendment talks about the person, houses, papers, and effects shall be protected against unreasonable searches, meaning you have to have a warrant. The warrant has to describe where the particular item is inside the house. So if we're looking for pipe bomb materials, right? Because we're looking for a pipe bomb individual, all kinds of materials can be anywhere and everywhere, right? So if I'm looking for a gun that's used in a crime, I cannot go search little matchboxes, very small, or anything like that. I can't go search a person's phone looking for a gun, right? Because that is not listed in the warrant whatsoever. And another way to search somebody's house is knock, knock, knock. Hi, I'm the police. I want to come in and search. Absolutely, officer. Come on in. Search. I don't have anything to hide. What is that? Consent. Okay? So the last thing is consent. And also, the public safety exception is where the public safety is at being targeted. And so you have a right in order to save those lives of the public in order to determine whether they're going to live or die. It's only public exception that you can make entry into a house. Otherwise, everything else is unconstitutional, and you will lose those evidence items that you collect, and you can end up losing your job long term because you violated the rules. You cannot violate the rules that are established for you as a law enforcement officer, because if you get that reputation of violating the rules, you're going to lose your career that you're trying so hard to do, so hard to get there, and in the long run you'll be have a bad name on your record, and you don't want that. So this little video here talks about the Fourth Amendment, right? And I want you to tell me 3 things you learned from this video, okay? Explain. There's no minimum wording, or you have to have 200 or 300 words, but I don't want one sentence. I learned the Fourth Amendment is so important. It's like, I already told you that, okay? So tell me something you learned from the video. All right. Beautiful home here. Look at this. I would love to own this home. However, in this lifetime that I'm in here, I am not given this home. However, these people are blessed with this beautiful home. All right. Expectation of privacy zone. Under Katz versus the United States, the expectation of privacy zone is that a person exhibits an actual or subjective expectation to privacy. And here's my little granddaughter here doing my work. Here she is. So that the expectation is one that society is prepared to recognize as reasonable. That means that even though, right, the windows are open, right, that you don't have a right to stand outside in front of these people's house looking and looking and looking day in and day out trying to figure out what it is. However, having said that, as a police officer, if you're out on the sidewalk in the public area, right, and you're walking by and you see some type of crime being committed, right, you don't have to go, oh my gosh, I see a crime being committed, but it's in a house and I have no right to be there. Absolutely. You're on a public sidewalk, right? This is a public area where you can walk up to the front door. All this is public area. So if you walk up and see what's going on, absolutely. Okay? Go ahead, Lovey.
Yes, you give me back that.
Oh, okay. I'm supposed to give back that little person I talked to you guys in the last module, right? So I look like I'm looking at you. My granddaughter says that she wants that back. So there you go. So I can't use that anymore. I have to use something else because apparently I stole that from her. So now I can't use that anymore. See, now she's toddling off, taking, oh, she's going to get me somebody else that I can use. So when I'm talking to you guys, not just looking at this little pinhole to try to communicate with you and make that contact so you understand of what's happening. My classroom, totally different atmosphere, totally different. But I have to sit here and use this means of communication. And now I have something else being handed to me. Oh, this will work perfect. Minnie Mouse is going to be, there we go. So there we go. We got Minnie Mouse working. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. That worked perfect. Okay. All right. All right. So consent, tell me all about it. All right. Hold on. I have to stop the video. Hold on. Okay. So continuing on here, what I want you to do is this is consent. All right. Tell me all about these in just a couple of sentences, how you sum up the Plainview Doctrine, okay, when search and seizure. Abandonment of property, that means can I go in the garbage can when the garbage cans are out front of a criminal's house and go through the garbage can and take out evidence of the garbage can? Tell me what they say. Open fields. Open fields, there's orchards around here in the city of Modesto, tons of them. If there's this property out there in the open fields, can I go out to the open fields and get the property? Okay? So, businesses. Federal rules do not recognize an expectation of privacy in business. Why? Why would that be? Because the business is open for everybody, right? So we can come and go all we want because that's what the business is for. Financial, telephone, and post office or box records, there's no expectation of privacy, all right? Vehicles, there's a lesser expectation of privacy when dealing with vehicles. Again, I can arbitrarily, as a police officer, search your vehicle if I do not have probable cause to search your vehicle, right? I cannot just, unless you give me a reason, hey, can I search your cars? Here's what I'm looking for. Absolutely, officer. Go ahead. Start searching, right? Or no, go pound sand. You can tell me no, go and pound sand. However, based upon my experience and training, I can absolutely get into your vehicle if I can identify some stuff from the out, where I have a right to be, right, from the outer perimeter, that there's stuff illegal on the inside, okay? The expectation for the Fourth Amendment, tell me about it. I want you to explain to me, okay, Johnny and Sally, remember I'm in class, I'm asking you a question, right? What this means. Tell me about the tracking movements outlined in United States versus Carroll. Random drug testing, good stuff to know here because it's about the school district's policy of requiring random drug testing as a condition of participating in interscholastic activities. I love it. Drug test away, right? If you're going to be part of this school, I absolutely believe that once a kid walks in through those doors, every kid should be drug tested at any given time. I think it would eliminate a lot of people doing drugs at school. And if they're at school, that's our taxpayers' dollars for the kids being at school. And I guarantee I've had students come to my class and try to be stoned out of their mind. Really? In a law enforcement class, you're going to come to my class on drugs? Absolutely not. I will call you on it in a heartbeat if you think that's possible because you're disrupting my class and all the other students because you're sitting there stoned out of your mind. Can't do it, okay? Student searches by educators. You know, students go and they think that they have all these rights at school. Tell me all about it. In NJ versus TLO, what rights a student has when they walk onto campus. All right, stopping right there. Jump over to the next module now, later, whenever you guys want. All right, talk to you later. Bye.